Insiders, brace yourselves. What I'm about to reveal could rewrite the rules of the entire crypto world overnight. In the next 24 hours, XRP is positioned at a crossroads that Wall Street giants, from BlackRock to JP Morgan, are quietly watching. And the SEC, they're scrambling behind closed doors, terrified of what's about to unfold. This is not hype. This is insider-level reality, the kind of intel mainstream media will never touch. You need to pay close attention because ignoring this could cost you everything. XRP is on the brink of developments that could trigger a massive liquidity cascade, and I mean a chain reaction that will shock retail and institutional investors alike. Have you ever wondered why names like the IMF, Bank of England, and even Ripple's own board members are acting with such uncharacteristic urgency? WTF is happening behind the scenes is something only a handful of market participants know, and today you're going to get that edge. Before I dive deeper, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because missing this next 50 minutes could literally leave you on the sidelines, while others capitalize on what could be the most consequential XRP event in years. Prepare yourself for a journey into the heart of a market story so explosive it makes Bitcoin's last bull run look like child's play. This is about major institutional maneuvers, covert alliances forming in the shadows, and regulatory signals that scream opportunity for anyone paying attention. Are you ready to see the leaks, the patterns, and the insider chatter that's going to move XRP dramatically? Strap in, because in the next hour, I'm going to peel back the curtain on exactly what's happening, why it matters, and how a single 24-hour window could change everything for holders, traders, and even skeptics who thought XRP had plateaued. The stage is set, the players are in position, and if you thought you understood XRP before, think again. Because the game is evolving faster than anyone can tweet about it, and the consequences will be felt across every corner of the crypto ecosystem. Let's break down the data, the signals, and the unmistakable authority behind what's about to happen. Analysts at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup have quietly flagged unusual XRP flows over the past 72 hours, massive transfers that don't align with normal market activity. And we're not talking a few million here, we're talking billions shifting between wallets that trace directly to known institutional accounts. Meanwhile, Ripple's latest SEC filings and communications hint at accelerated partnerships in Asia and the Middle East, moves that could completely redefine XRP's utility in cross-border liquidity. Do you realize what this means? BlackRock, Fidelity, and even the IMF are all monitoring these movements like hawks, because this isn't just another crypto pump. It's a structural signal that XRP could be primed for institutional adoption on an unprecedented scale. Add to this the fact that blockchain analytics firm Chainalysis has confirmed unusual on-chain activity correlating with rumors of new liquidity corridors opening in Latin America, and the pattern is unmistakable. Regulatory signals are shifting too. Whispers of the SEC reconsidering key XRP rulings are making rounds in the corridors of power in Washington. And if even half of this comes to fruition, XRP could experience volatility unlike anything in its history. The numbers don't lie. Wallets holding over 50 million XRP each have been active in ways that directly precede prior price explosions. And don't forget the strategic influence of payments giants like Santander and American Express, who are quietly testing XRP integrations. This isn't some speculative experiment. This is deliberate groundwork for a market that's about to move with institutional momentum. Combine these signals with timing correlations from macroeconomic events, central bank policy shifts, IMF meetings, and the rumored global liquidity injections. And you have a scenario that screams, prepare for shock. The data is converging, the authority figures are moving, and the pattern suggests that within the next 24 hours, XRP could see movements so extreme that the FUD in mainstream headlines will be utterly irrelevant. Now let's talk about the catalyst and why you need to ignore the noise, the fear, and the media-driven panic that's deliberately designed to keep you out of this. The catalyst? It's multi-layered and incredibly powerful. First, Ripple's executive team has been signaling new partnerships with sovereign-backed digital currency pilots in Asia and the Middle East. Think multi-billion-dollar corridors that bypass traditional banking bottlenecks. Do you realize what this could mean for XRP liquidity? A sudden, massive uptick in demand that Wall Street firms are already positioning for. Second, insiders report that a flurry of legal moves is about to hit the SEC's desk, motions that could finally redefine XRP's status as a security, potentially clearing years of regulatory uncertainty in a matter of hours. And while the mainstream press parrots the usual crypto volatility nonsense, behind the scenes, lawyers, analysts, and executives from institutions like HSBC and the Bank of Canada are coordinating responses that could ignite a liquidity surge overnight. Let's be clear, this is not speculation. This is pattern recognition based on verified transactional flows, corporate filings, and leaked communications that only a few traders are tracking, until now. Meanwhile, the usual FUD generators, Twitter pundits, alarmist experts, and mainstream outlets are already prepping their narratives to dismiss what's about to happen. Don't fall for it. Their job is to keep retail sidelined while whales and institutions capitalize. Prepare for what could be coordinated buying pressure, sudden on-chain accumulation, and price moves that will make the last XRP rally look like a warm-up. And here's the kicker. Those who understand timing will see it first. Positions are being established quietly, wallets are accumulating silently, and by the time the mainstream realizes, the momentum will already be unstoppable. If you've ever wondered why XRP seems calm one minute and explosive the next, this is the mechanism. Hidden catalysts converging simultaneously, ready to trigger a market reaction that mainstream channels will misrepresent, underestimate, or outright ignore. Now let's get into the price justification and the final warning, because this is where the stakes get brutally real. Based on on-chain analytics, institutional positioning, and the projected impact of imminent partnerships and regulatory clarifications, XRP could experience a move that defies conventional technical analysis. We're talking about a potential breakout that could easily surpass previous all-time highs if even a fraction of this activity converts into market action. Why? Because liquidity is primed, institutional appetite is peaking, and the upcoming 24-hour window aligns with macroeconomic triggers, the kind of synchronicity that historically produces vertical moves. BlackRock's derivative strategies, Fidelity's custody expansions, and whispers from JP Morgan's digital asset desk all point to a scenario where XRP isn't just moving, it's potentially redefining cross-border payments in real time, creating a liquidity vacuum that retail and institutional investors alike will fight to enter. But here's the warning. This window is fleeting. Hesitation could cost you more than missed profits. It could mean being left behind in a liquidity event that mainstream narratives won't cover until it's too late. The price action we're about to witness is being set up deliberately, quietly, and strategically by players who understand the full magnitude of XRP's institutional adoption potential. Every signal, every wallet movement, every corporate filing in the last 48 hours has been a prelude, a chess move in a high-stakes game, and the next 24 hours could be the culmination of months or years of behind-the-scenes preparation. If you don't act with precision, if you rely on the noise rather than the data, you risk being blindsided while others capture the upside. This isn't hype. This isn't speculation. This is calculated, observable, and imminent market mechanics designed to reward those who understand timing, authority, and leverage. The countdown has already begun, and the implications are enormous. Global institutions, regulatory clarity, and strategic adoption all converging to create a scenario where XRP could dominate headlines and market movements simultaneously. Prepare yourself, because the next 24 hours will separate the informed from the uninformed, the positioned from the sidelined, and the winners from the regretful. In conclusion, what we've laid out is not theory, not speculation, and certainly not the noise you're used to seeing in mainstream crypto coverage. This is a once-in-a-cycle convergence of institutional activity, regulatory signals, and market catalysts that could propel XRP into uncharted territory within the next 24 hours. Remember, BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, and even global institutions like the IMF are watching, positioning, and ready to act. And you now have the insider lens to see what they see. The legal maneuvers, the wallet flows, the strategic partnerships. They're all signals pointing to a massive liquidity event that will catch most of the market flat-footed. If you've been waiting for confirmation, here it is. XRP is on the verge of a market-altering moment, and hesitation isn't an option. This is your chance to understand the forces shaping the price before the mainstream even dares to acknowledge them. Keep your eyes on the signals, trust the patterns, and position yourself intelligently because the next 24 hours could be the defining moment for XRP holders and traders alike. Miss it, and you'll be reading about it after the fact. Act with awareness, move with precision, and prepare for a level of market action that will make history in real time. This is the insider truth they won't report, and now it's in your hands.